Hi class. I just wanted to take a moment and touch base with you about our second task under Milestone 1. As I've been looking at what has been submitted thus far, I wanted to give some general feedback that you could all take and apply to your assignments as you work to revise them and submit them by the end of the day tomorrow. Number one, most students when they read this assignment, it says that you can submit up to 3 story ideas, and I guess everyone sees the word 3 and assumes that 3 is the number, the magic number, the number that must be submitted. It's up to 3. So you could, if you wanted, only submit 1 story idea. So my piece of advice is this. You are welcome to submit 3 stories or story ideas, but if you have submitted 3 and like 1 or 2 of those 3 you just kind of threw in there because you thought you had to have it just to meet that magic number of 3, I would tell you just to scrap whatever you think is excess. Only submit story ideas to me that you really think could work, that you kind of have an interest or a passion for. Just don't use it as filler, in other words. If you thought that you had to submit 3, you don't. You could instead just focus on 1. What I want to see you doing in this assignment, and the instructions aren't super specific or detailed. They just talk about kind of providing a story idea and primarily developing your main character. So for starters, if you could give me just a basic idea of what your kind of plot in progress is. You don't even have to run down all of the individual events or conflicts or anything like that. I mean, this is just your starting point. We're going to work on those individual things later on as the weeks progress and we build other elements of the story. The one thing I really want to see outside of just the general idea of what your plot is who is your character. Here, what I'd like to see you doing is listing as much information as humanly possible. So provide the character's name. If you have a physical description that you can provide for the character, so this would be namely your protagonist, do that. How old are they? What do they look like? If you have in mind like maybe the fact that they attended a certain college or institution and that's central to who they are, include that. Maybe that never even comes into your story, but the more you know about that person, the more authentic they'll be as a character. So write down everything you can. One of the most important things I want to see that some of you might have missed is, what is that character afraid of? What are their fears? Because later on as we develop character and we talk about character as desire or character's desires, that becomes really important. So what they're afraid of and what they want most are going to drive the actions that they take in the plot. And understanding these things about your character and being able to share them with me just in these early planning stages, and you can still change them, you know, you don't have to be married to these ideas, but being able to state those or at least jot them down as ideas in your brainstorming, your pre-planning, helps you to flesh out those characters and make them more realistic. So if for most of you, what I'd like you to do is just go back and add more. It doesn't even have to be just for this one assignment. I'll let you do more of like a brainstorming. You can jot down ideas. So for example, if you're going to list attributes of a character, you can literally just list them. You don't have to write in complete sentences. I just want to see that you're giving a lot of time and attention to developing some possible working sketches of your characters. And it might also be a good idea to include, if you have one in mind, your antagonist, or any secondary characters that you think might be integral to the story. If you don't have them yet, it's okay, but just give me as much as you can. Really what I want you to do this week as you work to finish up this milestone is just get some ideas down. You don't have to keep them. They don't have to be, you know, you don't have to, you know, once you say them, it's not like you're stuck with them. These are just your starting places for your stories to grow. So please give me as much as you can. Sorry that was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. Kind of went off on my own tangent, but hopefully this was informative. If you have any questions about the work that you're submitting or the class in general, please contact me. My information is located under my contact info on the home page. My phone number is there. I tell students, there's my dog, you're welcome to text me. That's probably the easiest and quickest way to get a hold of me. So if you have questions about assignments, anything really, just give me a text. If I have the time, I'll let you know and I can give you a call back and we can discuss it further. So thank you. It's nice seeing you all. Let me know what you need. Have a great weekend and I'll see you in week 2.